The lights shimmer softly across the empty theater, catching dust in the air like falling stars. A teenage boy, barefoot and trembling, walks slowly onto the stage. His clothes are worn, his guitar patched with tape, and his heart beats louder than the murmurs from the audience. Some people whisper, others chuckle quietly. He looks so out of place under those bright, unforgiving lights. A judge leans toward another and whispers, "Is he really ready for this?" The boy stands still for a moment, staring at the microphone, his reflection caught faintly on its silver rim. Then he takes a deep breath, his voice barely above a whisper as he says, "This song was my father's favorite. He used to sing it every night before things got hard. Before he left." The murmuring stops. The silence feels like a held breath. Then he strums the first fragile notes of Hotel California. The sound trembles but fills the room with something honest, something raw. Every lyric seems to carry the weight of everything he's ever lost. He remembers his father fixing radios by candlelight, his mother praying quietly for rent money, his own hands blistered from odd jobs. His voice cracks, but he doesn't stop, because he's not singing for the crowd. He's singing to the memory of his father, to the empty chair that used to hum along beside him. The melody grows, wrapping around the room, quieting every heart that listens. The camera pans across tear-filled eyes, people frozen in emotion. It's not a performance anymore, it's a story told in sound, in soul, in love. As the final note fades, the boy lowers his head, a single tear sliding down his cheek. In the silence that follows, the world seems to breathe again. A small, dimly lit room flickers under the glow of a single bulb. The paint on the walls is peeling, and the floorboards creak with every step. In the center, a young boy, no older than 10, sits cross-legged beside his father. The man's rough hands, cracked from labor, gently tune a broken guitar. The strings hum faintly as he smiles and says, "Music heals everything, son. Even hunger sometimes." The boy laughs softly, his eyes full of wonder. "Then we'll never be hungry again, right?" His father nods, though his eyes flicker with a sadness the boy is too young to notice. Days turn into months, and their laughter fades beneath the weight of unpaid bills and empty shelves. The father loses his job, and the home grows quieter. One stormy night, rain tapping against the tin roof, the boy wakes to find his father gone, a note left on the table. "I'll come back when I can give you more." He waits by the window for days, then weeks, until hope becomes a memory. Years pass. The boy grows into a teenager, working at a car wash by day and playing guitar on street corners by night. The same guitar, patched and worn, still sings for him. Every coin dropped into his hat carries a whisper, "One day, I'll play for you, Dad." When a small poster catches his eye, "Local talent show, dreams begin here," he feels something stir inside. That night, under the dim light of his rented room, he tightens the strings and whispers, "This one's for you." The rain falls again, just like that night long ago. He doesn't know if his father will ever hear him, but he knows he must try. The song, and the dream, are all he has left. The stage lights bloom like sunrise, casting gold across the boy's nervous face. His fingers tremble as he strums the first verse, each note trembling in the air like a secret. The melody feels fragile, almost breaking under the weight of his emotion, but he keeps going. His voice quivers, raw yet beautiful, telling the story of a life held together by hope and loss. For a moment, the crowd forgets to breathe. Then, snap, one of the guitar strings breaks with a sharp twang. The room gasps. The boy freezes, shame burning in his chest. His eyes dart toward the judges, expecting someone to wave him off, to end his moment before it truly began. But then, from somewhere in the back, a voice rises, steady, warm, unmistakably human. "Keep going, son." The boy blinks, tears threatening, but he nods. He picks up where he left off, now playing on only 5 strings. The sound is imperfect, but his soul fills every gap. The audience begins to clap softly, a slow rhythm of encouragement. Some stand. The judges lean forward, eyes glassy. He pours everything, every hungry night, every memory of his father, every wish that once felt too small to matter, into the song. When the final lyric leaves his lips, silence falls. Then, an explosion of applause. People stand, shouting, crying, cheering as golden confetti rains from above. The golden buzzer shines like a sunrise he never thought he'd see. The boy drops to his knees, clutching his broken guitar to his chest, tears spilling freely. But they aren't tears of victory, they're tears of release, of finding peace in the pain. As the lights shimmer around him, his trembling hands lift the guitar high, a symbol of love surviving everything, even loss. Backstage, the noise of applause still echoes through the walls. The boy wipes his tears, clutching his broken guitar like a piece of his soul. Reporters rush toward him, cameras flashing, asking questions he can't answer. Then, through the blur of faces, one man stands still, older, tired, eyes glistening with tears. He hesitates, his lips trembling as he whispers, "Son." The boy freezes. That voice, familiar, distant, impossible. Slowly, he turns. The man steps closer, holding out a small, worn photograph, a younger version of them, smiling, sitting under a tree with that same guitar between them. "I didn't think you'd remember that song," the man says, his voice breaking. The guitar slips from the boy's hands. "Dad." His voice cracks open, raw and small. The crowd around them falls silent, watching something sacred unfold. The man nods, tears streaming down his face. "I saw your poster. I came as soon as I could. I never stopped listening for that song." The boy's knees give way, and they collapse into each other's arms. There are no words, only sobs and trembling laughter. The father whispers, "I left to make things better. I failed you, but you turned our pain into music." The boy whispers back, "You taught me the song that saved me." A camera flashes quietly, capturing the moment, a reunion years in the making. That night, their story spreads like wildfire online. Millions watch, hearts swelling, eyes wet. Comments flood in, "This is what love sounds like." He sang his father home. The image of a father's arms around his son fills screens around the world. In that single embrace, two broken lives find harmony again, proof that even lost love can find its way back through music. Months later, the boy stands again beneath the golden lights, but this time, he's not alone. In the front row, his father sits proudly, tears shining in his eyes. The theater hums with quiet anticipation as the boy adjusts his guitar, now repaired and gleaming under the stage glow. When he begins to play Hotel California once more, his voice carries not sorrow this time, but peace. Each note drifts through the air like forgiveness, wrapping around every heart in the room. His father mouths the lyrics softly, smiling, a man who once lost everything but found redemption through his son's song. After the final chord, the audience rises to their feet in thunderous applause. The boy takes the microphone, his voice calm yet full of emotion. "This performance," he says, "is for anyone who's ever been left behind, or ever had to forgive. Music didn't make me famous, it made me whole." He pauses, then adds, "Starting today, every show I do will help kids who dream but can't afford to learn. Because kindness gave me my voice." The crowd roars, moved beyond words. His father rises, clapping harder than anyone, tears flowing freely. Cameras flash, capturing the perfect moment, a father's pride, a son's purpose, and a love reborn. As the boy strums one last, gentle note, the lights dim to a warm gold. A soft voiceover begins. "Greater than, sometimes, the greatest songs aren't written for fame, they're written to bring someone home." The camera pans slowly over the audience, smiling, crying, holding hands, then fades to black. On the screen, words appear in elegant light, "Kindness echoes forever." The gentle hum of the guitar lingers, fading into silence, leaving hearts full and eyes glistening.